The use of cannabis has long been a controversial issue around the world. Smoking marijuana is a criminal offense in the UK, but even its legal status has divided opinions, with the drug being been moved from a Class B substance to the Class C category and back again. Activists in favor of the use of the plant say that it can be harvested for a whole host of uses, from making rope, clothing, face creams and lotions. But many also believe that cannabis can have a medicinal effect, helping people when mainstream drugs fail them. The benefits of medicinal cannabis hit headlines last year when the mother of Billy Caldwell, an 11-year-old boy who was suffering around 100 seizures a day, campaigned to change the laws around the drug after it was found to ease her son's condition. The campaign was successful, and in November 2018 the government allowed specialist doctors to prescribe cannabis-based medicines for the first time. The landmark ruling has gone some way to changing public perception of medicinal cannabis, and while these drugs are growing in popularity, so too is another form of cannabis product, cannabidiol. Cannabidiol, known more commonly as CBD, is not a drug. It's often sold in small dropper bottles or in e-cigarettes, and it does not give users a high as it does not contain the chemical THC. Image, Jonathan Manning, but still the industry is growing and shops are popping up around the UK, including in the northeast. One of those is Tynemouth's CBD shop Karma Coast, run by Dylan Mortimer. Karma Coast was founded last year and began selling its CBD products to customers at Tynemouth Market. It later opened its own shop at the Green Ginger Arcade, a converted church on the village's front street. The business, which is run by Dylan and his business partner Magdalena Dopierale, sells a range of products such as CBD oil tinctures and a CBD pen, which can be used like a vape to inhale the product. It also sells coffee, hand lotions, hemp cushions and t-shirts. But the focus for the duo is on bringing CBD into the wellness market. Opinions are changing about holistic health and people are looking at alternative ways for wellness without the pharmaceutical options, Dylan said. Cannabis is a holistic way of offering a better life without relying on the doctor. We have a lot of different people all come in to talk about different ailments, and we are honored to have a place in the community, really, which is why we opened the shop. People started calling us a community clinic, which is lovely, says Magda. The community has so many people using oil and they come to have a one-to-one session with us. A brief search online for CBD brings up a host of ailments and illnesses that CBD can apparently cure, from anxiety, depression, back pain, psoriasis, insomnia, and even speech impediments. While some of this may be true, most claims are largely unproven. This is often because clinical trials have not been carried out on the scale needed to prove these claims. It is also thought to cause side effects such as nausea, fatigue and irritability, although there is no proof of lasting harm. Read more. Legally speaking, CBD businesses are not allowed to claim that CBD has any medicinal properties. Instead, shops are coming up with novel ways of educating potential customers about CBD. We have started a series of TED Talks called Karma Conversations. We had a medical doctor with 30 years experience and we packed the church out. They wanted to learn, says Dylan. We can't make any medical claims as it is against the law. But for education, we want to be able to understand how it works. When people educate themselves, they are aware that it does the job. It is also a problem faced by Virtue Retail, which has just opened a shop in Gosforth. The business is owned by Claire McCauley and her business partners Joe Todd and Jack Moore. While Claire cannot tell customers how it might help their ailments, she has shared her own experiences taking the supplements. Image, unknown. My dad was diagnosed with esophagus cancer and I inherited his knees, and by that I mean I have arthritis in the knees, she said. Driving was an issue. I wasn't sleeping, so I started to look into it. Claire realized that she wanted to share CBD with others and decided to open a shop selling cannabis products. It's a standalone CBD product shop in the market, she says. At the moment there are a lot of vape shops selling CBD products. We wanted to open a store where people can go and browse the products and trust the products. Building up a customer base and trying to change the stigma around cannabis products is one of the main difficulties of launching a CBD business, but the industry also faces other difficulties in areas other companies might take for granted. To get a bank account as a CBD company is a nightmare, says Dylan. PayPal have closed us down and kept our money. We then used Square and they kept our money. High street banks are sometimes reluctant to be involved in cannabis businesses due to their controversial nature and the possible negativity associated with the industry. This can mean carrying out basic business transactions, like receiving a payment from a customer, can be hard. Virtue Retail already had a relationship with its bank through its sister vape shop business, allowing it to set up a bank account with relative ease. However, even it had trouble setting up a card payment system. On the e-cigarette side we have a good relationship with our bank. What we have had trouble with is the card processing. That is an ongoing problem from the merchant bank's point of view. What I am hearing from our banks is they in the process of reviewing it, and we have an application in for card processing at the moment. We have a card processing system and it is internet banking. There is one company using that, and it is Viva Wallet. It is not ideal but it gets the business off the ground. Viva Wallet is a Greek company and is now handling the card transactions of both Virtue Retail and Karma Coast. Both were forced to use the company after finding little alternative in the market, although both businesses have since praised the fintech firm's service. Advertising is also another issue. Companies are able to run their own Facebook pages promoting their products but, like PayPal and Square, social media sites are wary of CBD companies, and do not let them advertise their goods on their platforms. Karma Coast has also had difficulties importing goods from overseas. Although all of the products it sells are legal in both the UK and the US, its products often get held up at customs. At the moment some of our supplies are in customs. Dylan explains. We are out of stock of the pen as the extract we get is from Colorado and they are stuck at customs. The reason they are in customs is that they are using a cheap detection tool, or it is incorrect. There is no THC in the products. It's still unclear as to whether CBD can be used as an effective treatment for illnesses. Users believe that it could shake up the healthcare industry but medical trials have yet to firmly establish its benefits. The ever-increasing number of CBD shops will either lead to a booming new industry or the collapse of many independent traders. Claire very much believes the former. I think it is going to be huge from everything I have read. They are talking about it taking over the tech industry. The tech industry refreshes every 9 months. The CBD industry is refreshing itself every 3 months. You can read about hedge fund managers who think it will replace pharma products by 2021. Whether that happens, we will have to see. Let's block ads. Why?